Platinum's manager for like a day. It was just amazing.
Yep. So good. I'm all for
Absolutely
it. And
amazing.
it needs to continue. Are we ready?
I mean, you're the host with the most. Are you ready?
I know, but like Charlie doesn't look like he's ready.
Hold on, I'm just reorganizing. I want to do this in.
So I'm gonna throw to Tyler on the food and wine menus because that's right up your alley. Charlie, do you want to talk some D23 entertainment panel, or do you want to do the brief Disney Parks, the Play Disney Parks app shutting down?
Why don't I have? Why isn't the outline showing for me? Did I literally do? It's so annoying.
I can share it again if I need to.
No, it's just in the note. It doesn't. You have to like accept it before it becomes a part of your notes. So now it's there. It's just annoying that they did that. That they made it that way. Okay. Yeah, I could do the. Well, it seemed like it would be a lot of me talking for the entertainment panel. Why don't we go back and forth?
I think it's going to be all of us kind of.
Oh yeah,
doing that.
No, that one is going to be a lot of.
Yeah.
That one's just going to be. I just didn't know if you wanted to lead into the parks or the entertainment panel, or if you wanted to save most of your talking for your Odyssey.
I mean, I don't really care.
Okay.
That doesn't really affect me. Oh, cool. Percy Jackson season 3. That's great.
Oh, yeah.
Sawyer, we watched
like,
both of those.
Speaking of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Charlie, you just came back from your Odyssey.
Yeah.
That's the transition right there.
I mean, sure. Wish I had more statistics of like how many miles I did and like all of that stuff while I was gone. I didn't like aggregate that stuff, but I can tell you my Apple Watch was like, dude, you're moving a lot more than you normally do for the past 3 weeks.
Your Apple Watch is going like, calm down, guy.
Yeah.
Rome wasn't one in a day. Like, knock it off.
Do you want to take that one, Tyler, or should I?
No, we'll leave it.
Just gonna let that one slide. All right.
We'll let it slide into the intro.
Right into the intro. Well, I mean, it's him hosting, so
that's exactly the moment where you would
have.
I would have barreled into it.
Yeah, Oh, look at that. I failed. That's fine. Okay. And I just want to give enough space. That way I can have enough edit room. Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Grim Gritting Dads, the show where 3 Disney-loving dads talk all things about all things. My name is Caleb, and as always, I have Tyler and Charlie joining me. Today, we are finally going to hear about Charlie's recent trip to Prague and Greece. But before we get to that, we also need to break down the news from this last week's D23 entertainment panel. We also had the menus revealed for this year's Epcot Food and Wine Festival. So we're going to get into that. But before we do, please like, subscribe, follow us on all the places. You can find us where all of the podcasts live. Also, in the description below, there is a link. We are all travel advisors with Genie Travel Company. If you would like us to help you plan your next vacation to Disney or anywhere else, please let us know. Reach out to us. We'd be happy to help you. So, Epcot Food and Wine Festival has just released their menus. Tyler, I know you're a foodie. Why don't you take it away?
Yeah, so just to highlight a few things. So as we know, Food and Wine is coming up. So this year it's going to take place from August 27th to November 21st. But not every booth is going live on that first day. So it's going to be kind of staggered into September a little bit. But just to highlight a couple of things. And the first thing that caught my eye was something that might challenge that pickle milkshake for milkshake supremacy, Caleb. So it's going to be in Communicore Hall, and it is a cannoli milkshake. So the description here, it's topped with chocolate shavings, cannoli shell, and a maraschino cherry. There's a photo of it in the article. Looks fantastic. So sign me up for that. Couple other new things. What's that?
It's not the pickle milkshake.
It's not the pickle milkshake, but it might challenge the pickle milkshake as the best milkshake in the festival. We'll see.
I'll try it when I get there.
All right. We also have a new crab and corn macaroni and cheese. So that's with smoked cheddar sauce, bacon, crab seasoning, roasted corn, herbed panko, and jalapenos. Sounds wonderful. Just gonna scroll down here. We've got some pork belly lettuce wraps, which sounds amazing. Let's see. At the Odyssey, so it's the Brew Wing Lab at the Odyssey. There's some new wing flavors. They've got a buffalo dill pickle flavored wing.
Yes.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Pair that with the pickle milkshake. Pair that with the pickle milkshake, and I bet it's fantastic.
I think you want contrasting flavors. I don't think you want pickles in everything that you have.
I want pickles everywhere.
And if the buffalo dill pickle wings weren't enough, it's served with house-made pickle ranch. So pickle on pickle.
Pickle on pickle with a pickle milkshake.
No.
Pickle on pickle with a pickle milkshake. Let's do it.
They've got a place called Gyozas of the Galaxy, which that's just a great name. Love that. With some basil pesto chicken dumplings and some edamame dumplings, which actually look really good.
Ooh, edamame.
Yeah. So some great stuff. I'm sure there's going to be more to be revealed as more of the locations show up. And then we just, before we started recording, Caleb let us know that he is confirmed to be down there during the festival time. So we'll look forward to a full report after that trip. So
yeah, it'll be wild for sure.
If there isn't pickle milkshake content, Caleb's fired.
I want a battle of the milkshakes. I want one in each hand.
Okay.
And
so,
an honest review.
I will. I'm going with a buddy of mine. I will make him buy the cannoli one because that's on him, and then I will buy the pickle one because that one's on me. And we'll do the exchange.
Do a little compare.
Do a little compare. We'll try some other foods around the thing. So Tyler, send me your list of foods.
It's just going to be the whole list. It's going to be everything.
You can't do the whole thing.
You can.
All right, I can try to narrow it down. But there's a lot of new stuff. It looks like as I'm scrolling through, about half of the items that are listed are new this year. So kind of cool.
I did notice that. But you do have your staples, right? So like you do have the things that have been there every year. Of course, the pickle milkshake is one of them. I do also
gonna have all the classics.
That lemonade. I do want to try that new lemonade that they have. The raspberry frozen lemonade at the Odyssey as well.
That sounds crazy. I want one of those right now. How can I get one of those right now?
I know, right? Like I'm like, dude, I kind of want that. So
summer's melting away here in Maine. The temperature is going to hit a balmy 73 as the high today. So
it's still like 80
awful.
It's not.
It's
80. You said 80 where you are.
The high today is 81. It's 75 right now.
Let me see now. Just to compare. Today's high here is 106.
Yeah. Roasted.
On the surface of the sun. Tyler decided to settle on the surface of the sun.
It's a dry heat. It's fine.
It's a dry
as long as there's
heat.
no corn sweats.
It's still hot.
No corn sweats.
The corn is still sweating out there.
Yeah.
Like you can see it.
You can literally see it. We need that. That's the content we're missing. Is you walking through the corn sweat fields and them just like them just sitting there with sweatbands and sweatpants, just like sweating all over the place.
I need
Right,
that to
that's
be a
that.
scene in the new Spaceship Earth is the corn sweat.
The corn sweats? Yeah, okay. So how about this? Everybody go follow me on the TikToks. You will find I will go out to that cornfield and I will go find evidence of corn sweat.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
still
god!
don't believe it's
I
a
just
true
made
thing.
the mistake of I found
No, you
the
don't Google that.
Japan menu for Food and Wine,
Oh
and
no.
Oh, okay.
oh my
What is it?
god!
So you have to go to
so
Japan.
yeah. Well, no, I need to go to actual Japan.
Yes.
But also the Japan Pavilion. Beef Wagyu Tamaki hand roll. So that's a hand roll with American Wagyu, pickled ginger, and spicy mayo. I mean, yeah, just.
But it's an American Wagyu, not a Japanese Wagyu.
Well, you know,
It might not be. It might not be. They might have imported it. I mean, they do
They
a
did
lot of
say-
importing.
No,
They did say American.
Wagyu.
They said American
Why
Wagyu
would
in
they
the
put
description.
American Wagyu? That's like.
Well,
what
probably
I
because
said.
it's significantly more attainable.
Sorry, Caleb. But
And
this
it
is
tastes
my
better.
listening ears aren't here. I'm not working. They're not working today. You literally said it, and then I was like, "What? How do you know it's not American?"
Oh, they have a
Ooh.
sake infused lemonade as well.
And
Oh,
I
no.
mean, I'm having 3 of them.
Yeah.
Like just boom,
I mean,
boom,
yeah.
boom.
I'm not sure that
Oh my gosh.
that's the right play, but maybe after
Wow.
that we will get we will get
Yeah.
samples of all the food after he has 3 of the sake infused lemonades.
And it
Yeah, we
ends
don't
with
talk about
Caleb puking into the lagoon over the railing.
Hi, I'm Caleb, and this is me before drink 1 at Japan. Hi, I'm
Nobody-
Caleb.
Nobody starts in Japan. What are we doing?
I don't know.
This
Oh, no.
is drink number 1 in Mexico. This is drink number 2 in Mexico. This is drink number 13 in Mexico.
You've seen that?
just
Yeah, you've
never
seen that
leaves.
video too. That's a great video.
Never leave.
That one just
Then he
cracks
just-
me up. They just never leave Mexico.
It's like
Missing
that's a
out.
bold move. That's a bold move.
Oh, they have a
all the
Greece
different
menu.
Alcohol types.
Ooh, yeah,
They have,
okay.
they have
so
a Greek
gyros.
menu.
They have a Greek menu, which so the Greek stand is going to be between Japan and Morocco. They've got a chicken souvlaki gyro, which looks amazing. So shaved lettuce,
Gyros.
tomato, cucumber relish, and tzatziki on
So
warm
good.
pita. Looks
So
wonderful.
good.
Looks like most of this they've had before. So they have a wine flight, spanakopita, a few different wine options, a limeade cocktail, which sounds pretty good. But yeah, that year they have a photo of that gyro. Looks insane.
The Euro last year at Food and Wine was amazing. Like I could have sat and ate 13 of those Euros and been absolutely miserable, but been okay with it. Like roll me home. Cause I ain't
Yeah.
walking.
I'm
So
trying to
good.
see Belgian
Right next to
waffle with cookie
Morocco.
butter, Brazil, a couple things there, France, of course,
I didn't
UK
like the
beer
Brazil one
cart.
last year.
No,
The Brazil cart last year was not awesome. People were saying that it was really good. They had some like orange something or another.
looks
they
like they've
probably have
got
one this year. It was like a cheese. It was a cheese, Brazilian cheese something. That's what it was.
yeah, the Brazilian cheese bread.
Yeah, wasn't that great.
Okay, all right. They
last
have
year.
some kind of shrimp dish with bell peppers, cilantro, and tomatoes in like a broth. So it looks like it's kind of a stew sort of situation.
I mean,
Uh,
I'm
not
sold.
bad. Yeah. Canada popcorn cart has a cocktail. And then, okay, yeah. Cheddar and
then you
bacon
got your-
soup, filet mignon. Oh, so
Filet.
this is different. This is different. So the filet is not being served with the cheddar soup. They're going to be 2 separate dishes.
Oh,
Oh,
does that mean you get more?
It looks like it's a bigger container. It's the cheddar and bacon soup served with a pretzel roll, and then the filet is served with mushrooms and mashed potatoes. So they
Okay.
each look like they're bigger portions, but that's how they're going to get
They
you
still
for
have the
buying 2
blueberry-
dishes.
Of
Yeah,
course.
do they still have the blueberry wine?
It doesn't list it here, but they did say it's not the full menu that's being listed here. I think they're just highlighting like the top things.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, and
Yeah,
then some
that
new things
blueberry
at the poutineery that just opened recently. There's going to be a Bosom pork poutine. So
Okay.
fries, curds, Bosom pork, gochujang gravy, kimchi pickles, and aioli. Sounds unreal. So.
Amazing. Yes.
All right, enough about food. We have to move on,
Yeah.
or I'm going to
Yep,
leave this
we have to move on.
podcast and go eat.
We will in the comments we
anyway.
will drop the link to the food and wine menu so you guys can see it. So
Yes.
the next thing on the list there is the Play Disney Parks app is going to have an official sunset date of September 16th of this year. If you guys are wondering the question, what is the Play Disney Parks app? Exactly. But it is kind of sad. So what that app did do was allow you to traverse the parks of both coasts, Florida and California, and do different things and interact in different ways with the park. And show you some of the cool things that were in the park that maybe get looked over or just passed by. For example, in Epcot, you've got the DuckTales scavenger hunt thing. And that's pretty cool, especially in like the France Pavilion when like all the ducks come up on top of the buildings and do their thing and shoot lasers and all that. Like that's cool. But other than that,
is that one going away? Is
so
the DuckTales thing going away, or are they?
It's
moving
going
it
away with it. Nope, it's going away with it.
So how will those ducks and lasers do anything anymore?
They won't. They'll probably just remove them. It's kind of sad.
That is kind of sad. So when did you say, what was the date on that? Remind me.
September 16. So when I'm there, I'll be able to do it. I'll be able to play one last time. So
get that last content. Get that last content. I want to see the lasers, Caleb.
We will let the ducks save the day one more time. Also, like Animal Kingdom has some stuff with the app. Magic Kingdom, of course. It also is like the place where all the golden statues for the 50th anniversary have all their like fun facts. So like when you go and you wave at them with your magic band and they make their noises, it registers in the app and tells you all the cool stuff about the statue and the character. That's all going away, although the statues are staying. And then the Batuu bounty hunter quest thing that they've got will stay. It'll just be Magic Band only. No app tie-in anymore. So for better or worse, I don't know.
Have you done the bounty hunter one? Have you tried it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
how the heck will I have too, but how the heck would that work without the app?
Say it'll probably be the exact same way that they do the Pirates of the Caribbean one in Magic Kingdom. Like they'll either give you like a physical paper like they do for the maps, and then use your Magic Band to
scan and then activate the little hologram thing. Okay.
Yeah, and if you don't have a Magic Band, they'll give you like a little card or something, most likely.
Okay.
I actually still have my medallion from the last Pirates of the Caribbean one that I did. Which, fun fact, if you do that Pirates of the Caribbean one and you complete, I think it's 5 maps, you get a free lightning lane to Pirates of the Caribbean. Fun fact.
Cool.
So
yeah, but then the problem is you're going on you're just going on that version of Pirates. So then it's like, why did I do all of this?
It's still Pirates. Just not the better
still Pirates.
It's a version of Pirates. It's like the abridged version of Pirates.
If you give me the option of doing no Pirates or doing a Pirates that's not as good as the one that you experience in Disneyland, then I'm still going to do a Pirates.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
I'd rather do some sort of.
I mean, if you're already in Magic Kingdom, you're set up for disappointment already, so you might as well go all in.
Well, especially right now.
That's why I'm only going to spend half a day at Magic Kingdom.
Oh, so Magic Kingdom is the half-day park now.
It is. Like I have 3 things that I want to do. Back half. I want to do
Happily Ever After. Yeah.
I want to see Happily Ever After. So, okay, 4 things I want to do in Magic Kingdom. Big Thunder Mountain. I want to ride the new track. I want to get a cheeseburger spring roll. I need to get a Casey's hot dog, and I want to watch the fireworks. Stop it with your thumbs down.
For our audio listeners, I gave a giant thumbs down to his Casey's Corner hot dog.
I will, I will say, we rag on Casey's, but I will remind all of us it was the best thing we had at the Christmas party. Was
That's what I'm
the pot
saying.
roast mini corn dogs?
I
So
know.
Again, those are not hot dogs, though.
Sure, yeah, that's
And they were
true.
special.
They were special. They couldn't live up to that all the time.
No,
I can't right now. I can't right now. I can't.
But what we can do is go on and talk about the entertainment panel.
Yeah, Tyler, take it away.
So much news.
Okay, so so that's the thing. Cry about it, maybe. Probably not. The next thing is the D23 entertainment panel. I was talking about the app. Cry about it, maybe.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you talking about? Yes, cry about the fact that Casey's
Cry-
Corner hot
cry
dogs
about-
are not superior to other hot dogs.
No, they
sure.
are. They're so good. But yeah, the Play app being sunset. Cry about it, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, D23 happened last week. We already talked about the experiences, right, and the cruise line and all the things coming there.
Yeah, you can check
Yay,
that out in the
Dreamfinder.
link up here. That's going to show up in the podcast. 100% is going to show
Wherever
up
the
in
link
the corner.
is.
Wherever it's one of the corners. I don't know where
One of those corners.
I don't know which part of the screen I'm actually living on right now, but it's one of these corners up here or up here.
Yeah.
In Tyler's
Yeah,
face.
so-
I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be the top. It'll be the top right corner of Charlie's box. That's where it'll be.
Okay.
Oh, cool. I'm over there. Nice.
But yeah, go check out that video. This is about the entertainment panel. So we had a ton of things announced as far as like shows go, movies, things like that coming up. I know one of the biggest things for me, just right out the bat, like I got to start in Pixar because Pixar is amazing. Incredibles 3 did get announced, and I am so for it. I love the Incredibles. I can't wait for that. They did give a little bit of details about it being more about Violet and Dash, but other than that, no big villain reveal, nothing like that. But we did get confirmation it is coming, and I can't wait. Tyler, I know there was a big thing on Star Wars.
Yeah, there's a couple. So we did confirm Ahsoka season 2 coming out in January. So pretty much the whole cast coming back. It was described as a massive season with the threat of Grand Admiral Thrawn looming, which sounds great because for those who didn't know, Grand Admiral Thrawn is my all-time favorite Star Wars character. He's fascinating. So I'm very curious to see
Vader, huh?
Yes, but
He has
it's more
depth than Vader.
He has more depth than Vader, and it's really because of the books. So both the expanded universe, or the Legends canon, and the new books are both awesome. So just love that character. Very excited to see where they take him. And then we've got a first look at Star Wars Starfighter. So that's the movie coming out next year with Ryan Gosling. They haven't officially released the teaser, but if you want to see it, you can find a shaky cam version of the teaser online, which doesn't really give any story elements away, but it's Ryan Gosling in a Star Wars movie. I'm in. Let's go.
He's just Ken.
And has he done anything bad lately? Is the question.
No.
Is this the thing that's where it will be the one bad thing that he's done out of the last 5 projects that he's done? I hope not. I don't think so.
If it's going to be bad, it's not going to be because of him. I don't think it's going to be bad writing or poorly received for some other reason. But he's pretty consistently good in everything.
I mean, the Star Wars fandom, they're going to love it, right? Automatically, it's a new Star Wars movie. It's a new Star Wars property. They're going to love it.
Nobody hates Star Wars as much as Star Wars fans.
100%. 100%. So I'm a little nervous about that. However, I'm excited to see a new property that's kind of like outside of, some of the Force-based things and the main canon, and outside of a TV property that then got shoehorned into a movie. I think this could be really fun, depending on the plot line. So there is there are a couple of books. I think it ended up being a trilogy that were like that were Star Wars that were based on pilots that were for the Empire and for the Alliance. So I'm excited to see where they go with this and what they end up doing. And Ryan Gosling has obviously has gigantic range, in being able to do comedy, also being able to do drama. He can sing, he can dance. He's just Ken, like Caleb said.
He's just Ken.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it.
I think there's
He's just Ken,
potential,
and he'll always be a
because
10.
my understanding is it's post Rise of Skywalker, but like not too far. So it doesn't have to tie into anything necessarily. It can just kind of be its own thing. So I think that's good. That should give them some freedom to, actually take some chances, or, just be creative with the story. So and what I really hope, because like yes, he does have the range. I just hope they don't turn him into like another Han Solo, Poe Dameron, like cocky pilot type, because we've seen that. Like, let's do something different with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I my guess is that it's going to be my expectations are low. My expectation is it's going to be about the same as the Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
Oh, I think as of right now, I have a little bit higher expectations for that because it's not tied to anything. So we'll see. Maybe they'll let me down. But also, once we get like a full trailer for it, I think it's going to tell us a lot more, because we really, the footage that they showed didn't give really anything away story-wise. Like, there's a kid in it, but we don't really know how that relates to anything else. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the one photo. That's the one photo that they have. The promotional photo is Ryan Gosling standing next to the kid.
Yep.
And and I do know that Ryan Gosling has got a variety of experience under his belt, and he's done it all. As far as I can tell.
George Lucas listed as writer.
George Lucas is the writer?
That can't be right.
Oh, no.
That can't be right.
On IMDb, George Lucas is listed as one of the two writers. So maybe it's George Lucas wrote the Star Wars universe, and Jonathan Tropper is actually the one who's writing it.
I think George Lucas always gets credit, like it's like based on characters created by George Lucas.
Yeah, fair enough.
So Jonathan Tropper is the writer. He's most famously known for writing the show, the TV series C, which was on Apple TV, The Adam Project, which was on Netflix, which was interesting, and Banshee, which was a TV series that I haven't seen yet, but I've heard a lot of decent things about it. So he's got some chops. So I'm hoping that he's able to do something good. But we got Matt Smith in this too. You guys know who Matt Smith is, right?
Of course. Daemon Targaryen.
I don't know. He's also the Doctor from Doctor Who, but
less important.
That's what he's most famous for.
Not as important.
Daemon Targaryen.
he's most famous. He's most famous for being the Doctor. That's where I was introduced to him. We got some Marvel news too, which is exciting. So, like they released this cast info. Anybody who had seen, and the spoilers for the new Spider-Man movie, we'll give you 30 seconds to get out of here before we say anything about the new Spider-Man movie. We're just going to sit here in silence for 30 seconds now. Just kidding. Sadie Sink was revealed. Yep. Sadie Sink was revealed as Jean Grey, but we already knew that. Well, we knew she was Jean Grey in Spider-Man, but we did not know that she was going to reprise that role in the X-Men movies. Then we get Christopher Abbott as Xavier, Samara, I think.
Samara
Weaving. I mean, you can't leave pronunciation things up to me. As you're going to learn in my Odyssey later, there are things that happen when I try to pronounce things.
Oh no!
As Emma Frost, Inde Navarrete as Rogue, and some guy named Adam Driver as Mr. Sinister.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to him in a second. Now, I haven't seen that movie Obsession that came out this year, but I have a lot of friends who've seen it that raved about it, and that Inde Navarrete is in Obsession. Yeah,
she's the lead female.
I think she's the lead or one of the leads in Obsession. And she has a cool story where, like, a couple years ago, she was like a Twitch streamer, just like barely making ends meet, and now she's, you know, cast as Rogue in the MCU, which is just kind of cool. So I think that'll be great. And then Adam Driver, I mean, we have nothing but great history of him playing a very compelling and wonderful villain. So I don't see any way this could go wrong. He had a pretty funny video of him like standing in an empty soundstage saying, "I'm just here waiting for everybody to show up." Which is kind of great. So yeah, before Caleb can rebut and say that he wasn't a compelling villain, you know he was. He was the backbone of that trilogy. He was amazing. So he will deliver.
What the backbone of that trilogy was. I had no idea what it was.
It was forced teleportation. So that's what it was.
Right.
Being able to send lightsabers through the Force across distances for some reason.
The Force also can do whatever the plot needs it to. Okay.
100%. It is a magical force.
Yes.
It is a magical force.
It surrounds us and binds us.
Weird.
It does. So Avengers Doomsday, the new footage teasing that is available on YouTube now as well.
So good.
I'm not sure. I'm now really curious how much Robert Downey Jr.'s face will actually be involved in this movie, and if it's Robert Downey Jr. at all. You think zero? I would love that for him. I would love that for him. Like, just write me a gigantic check. I'll get in a sound booth. I'll record some things. We'll be good to go.
Or maybe at the very end.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know. We don't know. The accent, it didn't sound like Robert Downey Jr.'s voice. Of course, he could have changed the way that he sounds and made it different, but there was some pretty epic things that were happening in that trailer, and I'm excited for it. Professor Xavier, God, man, they need to stop. I'm not assuming he's gonna get killed, but like he just gets in so many horrible ways taken down, and he's just looking out the window at the mansion, like, and it looks like there's like an apocalypse and something coming from the sky. I mean, I'm very excited for it.
I bought my tickets already.
Did you? Yeah. I'm not sure, because there's another movie that comes out that same day.
Dune.
Yeah, it's Dune.
Called Dune.
It's Dune.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
and
I'm not sure.
Whoop.
Let's
What Dune?
into a quick aside here. How do you guys feel about did either of you read Dune?
No,
I read Dune.
How did you feel about it, Caleb, as a book?
The movies are not that great.
Movies are not that great. Okay.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the movies better than the book. The book is very slow, and for me, that was very boring. Too much politicky stuff in there. I mean, there's a lot of, it's well written, don't get me wrong, but like it took me probably a year and a half to complete it, because I was just, there were other books that like tore my attention more often than that. I'm going to go see this only because I'm interested in checking out the way that the trilogy ends here. And I need to make sure that Zendaya is able to eat and feed herself going forward. Because obviously she hasn't been in anything this year that would allow her to stay afloat for a long time. Right?
Yeah. Not even nothing.
Yeah.
Nope.
She's on the ropes.
In film or TV, either one.
Yeah. No, she's on the ropes right now. Like she's been beat up pretty bad, and she she should probably have a good day at the box office.
That would be
Yeah,
good. She did. She's only in the movie for 8 minutes,
like,
but
Dune is one of those things where it's like it has so many elements that seem like I would enjoy it. Like I really enjoy that director. Like I like pretty much everything else he's done, and I like most of the cast. I'm not big on Chalamet, but that's whatever. But most of the rest of the cast is great. But I don't know. There's just something, it just does not appeal to me at all. So like, I'm good.
I mean, the science fiction behind all of it is great, but they've got this like weird intertwined politics and like lords and serfs system that's built into it, and the movie doesn't over explain it. The book absolutely over explains it. Like you know the ins and outs of all of these things when you read the books.
And that's why I like the books more, is you know what's going on.
You do. Yep. You do. So I'm probably going to check out both of those movies at some point. But last one for Marvel is Vision Quest. Did you guys see the trailer for Vision Quest?
Yeah.
All right, Caleb, what are your thoughts? I hear a big sigh coming out of that that mouth over there. So what's your thoughts on this?
I think that whole thing just kind of needs to die.
I mean, it will.
The multiverse.
Well, yep, both of those things are absolutely happening. I can almost guarantee Doomsday will handle both of those things for you, and Vision Quest is the culmination of those three, of the three TV shows, right?
So WandaVision, Agatha all along, and now Vision Quest.
Yep. It's culminating all three of those together. So there should. I mean, there absolutely has to be a satisfying end to the whole thing, right? Like.
No.
Right?
No, the satisfying end of the multiverse was Loki season 2. Like
kind of.
Like
I think what gives me some
time tree.
What gives me some hope for this, and like the kind of surprise, was seeing James Spader as Ultron, because that's just awesome. Because I mean, obviously, like as the voice of Ultron, he did a lot of great work, but like seeing him kind of embody Ultron in human form is really interesting.
It's so funny.
And I've heard some theories about what this show is, because the trailer doesn't really explain it, but it seems like it's all the various like AIs of the MCU, and I think this is all like in Vision's head, a lot of it. So you see like the original Jarvis, you see Ultron, you'll see Friday, you'll see like all these different versions kind of interacting with each other, which I think is kind of a cool idea. My biggest issue is I think they just waited too long for this. I think it's taken too long to conclude this story, and I guess they had to conclude it before Doomsday because the multiverse is going to end. But yeah, it's just like, how long ago WandaVision was? 5 years ago, 6 years ago. It's just been too long.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah,
it's been a very long time ago.
Yep. I'm glad that they're giving it some sort of conclusion. So what is the AI that Peter was using in Spider-Man?
Which one?
The most recent one?
Yeah, sorry. The most recent one. Yeah.
It wasn't Stark. It was like his own, wasn't it?
Yeah, he built his own. But he had a name for it. Anyway, I wonder, so that probably won't be involved in Vision Quest, because all the AIs we're talking about in Vision Quest are Stark related, right?
Yeah.
Evie. Yeah. It's Evie.
Cool. Evie. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say, because in Homecoming it was Friday, because that was the original
Friday
Stark suit.
Edith.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's Friday, Edith, now Evie.
Cool. Well, I mean, not that Disney Animation didn't announce anything, right? Nothing coming out on that end. Those are
just a few.
No multi-billion-dollar, projects that are going to come out there, right?
Yeah. And I don't think any of them are. I don't think any of them have an established history at all.
No. Two of them specifically don't.
Can we start with the two original things, because I just think it's important to highlight the original stuff before we get into the recycled things.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Hexed, which we don't know much about other than some cast info, but they did announce Jodie Foster and Walton Goggins are in the cast along with Haley Steinfeld. Cool. So that sounds great.
I'm in.
And then Clay, which is going to be starring Kieran Culkin, not coming out till November of 2028. So they did show some concept art for that. So I hope these original things do well, because we just need some variety, because all these constant sequels.
Yeah,
we need more originals. Yeah, and then we also didn't mention in the Pixar section, they did announce 2 originals. They have Gato, which is coming up pretty quickly. They showed a clip for that one, and then Ghost Market, which is an original film which follows a Chicago content creator who finds a haunted market in Hawaii, which that just sounds kind of interesting.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
I'm in.
So now let's get into all the sequel talk.
Yeah. Woo. Let's start with the big one. Frozen 3.
I was going to say, which one do you think is the big one?
Frozen 3.
I think Frozen 3 because
Zootopia 3?
Well, I think Frozen because it's going to come out first. Yeah. Because that's November of 2027.
Yep.
That's like it could be a Christmas release and make bank. Not that it's not going to make bank. Maybe they were like, well, if we release it in November, it'll carry through the Christmas season.
Well, yeah, I think that if I remember correctly, with Frozen 2, it was Thanksgiving weekend, so I think they liked that time.
And the preview that they showed in the panel was actually really good, and that's what worries me. That is actually going to be good.
Well, I think that's the least we can ask. Like,
Yeah.
if they're going to keep doing the sequels, like, make them good. I mean, I will say, as much crap as I give the sequels, I like Frozen 2 better than Frozen 1.
100%.
So
I mean, I'm not sure that I could say 100% I like it better than Frozen 1, because Frozen 1, without Frozen 1, Frozen 2 doesn't make any sense. So, like, Frozen 1 is that baseline. You need it.
But it's like saying, like, I'm not saying Frozen 1
How do you have
exist.
Empire without crappy whiny Star Wars?
But it builds on a foundation and does some things better. And I think the music is objectively better in 2. Because Lost in the Woods is like an amazing, like, power ballad. It's so good.
Yeah. Charlie's out of line, but he's right. He's got a really good point, though. Like, without Frozen 1, we don't get Frozen 2. Just like we don't get Empire without A New Hope. Like it's all that stuff. But like,
just like you don't get Back to the Future 2 without Back to the Future. Wait,
doesn't work for everything.
No, it doesn't work for everything. Damn.
Well, but you don't get Terminator 2 without the Terminator.
Oh my goodness, Terminator 2. Oh,
T2 is so much better than T1, but you do need T1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So anyway, we could go down that road for a while.
But yeah, Frozen 3 looks amazing. I also, I'm kind of, I'll be honest, I'm a little tired of hearing about Zootopia. And then when they said Zootopia 3, and I was like, oh, of course.
Yeah.
Money.
Why wouldn't they?
Money sounds good.
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't It's like, okay, are we a company that makes money? Answer is yes. Zootopia 3 is happening.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like they look at it as like, what are our safest possible bets to get a return on investment?
Correct.
Frozen and Zootopia are about as safe as it gets.
Yeah, it really doesn't get any more safe than that, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah. And then they went and they told us that they're going to do a Tangled live action, and like, of course, Tangled is a safe IP.
Yeah, they showed the first, I wouldn't call it a full trailer or even a teaser trailer. They just showed some kind of images or first look. Yeah. And I mean, I don't think anyone can deny they kind of nailed the look for the 3 main characters pretty well. So I'm curious about it because like I think Tangled is hugely underrated. We've talked about it before. Like Rapunzel's so underrepresented in the parks, but
she got a bathroom.
She's got a bathroom. She does have an amazing ride in Tokyo that hopefully goes somewhere else eventually.
So cool.
But yeah, she. I mean, I think it's a much better story personally than Frozen. I think the music is better in Tangled than Frozen. I don't see why Frozen took off the way that it did and Tangled did not. But that's just me.
It had to have just hit. I'm guessing it just
the
hit right.
gap. Yeah, the right
Yep.
gap.
So I mean, looking at what Tangled did from a box office perspective, there's a reason. I'm not sure that there's a reason why they're doing the live action compared to some of their other giant properties. But like the budget for the movie was, and again, this is an animated movie. The budget was 260 million.
For Tangled?
For Tangled?
I mean, am I reading this wrong? Budget 260 million. Tangled. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like how?
They
Yeah.
didn't meet that.
Well, so they
Not
almost
opening
meet
weekend.
that domestically. Their opening weekend was 48 million.
Right.
And that's and like so if I look at something like Frozen, we know. I mean, what would your guess be what Frozen made its opening weekend? I'm not looking.
300.
Yeah, I was gonna say 250. Worldwide. I'll say worldwide.
So, interestingly enough, the domestic opening for Frozen,
168.
it was this something about the way that they're putting these numbers in is incorrect because it says 250,000. So something's wrong there. But let's look at overall worldwide overall gross is 1.3 billion.
Yeah.
So like when we're talking 600 million and the budget from a budget it was 150 million. So how again we made 100, they made a gigantic return on investment for something like Frozen. And apparently it just took off at the right time. I'm not sure. I think Let It Go was probably the thing. Like it was like that social media. It just struck at the right time and it was everywhere and people were it was all of that stuff. So I think that was a big thing.
And you can look too, like Frozen 2, I think did 130 million domestic opening weekend. Like that was Frozen 2, 130 million opening weekend. That's that Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That in those 3 days, domestically. So for them to go and look at Frozen 3, they're gonna be like, of course, like we'll make another one of those. Tangle didn't come anywhere near that, and for them to just retell the same story now in a live action, on the coattails of a Moana retell in live action, which also tanked hard in the box office.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're grasping at straws to see what works as far as live action goes and what doesn't. And I would have thought by now they would have realized that anything live action doesn't work for them unless it starts live action.
Yeah.
All right.
Like,
let's take like a 2
live action remakes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Let's take like a 2-minute break. My wife is telling me that the car is hissing, so I'm going to run downstairs to find out if it's normal or if it's something different.
Yeah, you're good.
Go back.
Yeah. Incredible 3, though. I'm excited for that.
The car is hissing. Doesn't sound right.
It's either a tire or a coolant issue. My guess is it's a coolant issue. Just put some water in it.
I mean, I basically drive an oversized golf cart, so I wouldn't understand.
What do you have?
I have a Ioniq 5.
Oh, yeah. I have a Jeep. Oh, wait. Doesn't...
I think Charlie also
Tesla,
has...
right?
No, he has a Hyundai also.
Oh, yeah. Well, if that's the case, there shouldn't be a hissing.
Well, it might be his wife's car.
Oh, that's fair. Dude, I got a car rental for Florida when I go down there. Yeah. $50 for the week.
That's really good. Where are you staying?
Buddy's house.
Okay.
Because there was no rooms under like $1,200 a night.
Even on the benefit site, did you check?
Yeah. I looked for us. There's nothing. There was zero, not one. There was some Saratoga Springs, I guess, but there was all like 1-bedroom villas, and I'm like, I don't need a 1-bedroom. It's just me. And still, it's like $800 a night.
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
And that's 50% off too.
That's what I mean. Why would I do that? I could have gotten a Riverside annual pass room, but that was still like $480, $450 a night before tickets.
That's too much for Riverside.
Yeah, for Riverside.
Coronado had nothing.
Coronado had zero.
That's crazy.
They might now.
Coronado always has something.
I know. Like there was nothing. So I don't know what's going on. I do know that the week that I'm down there is like the UK holiday.
Yeah.
So people from the UK are there like mad.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday.
Right. Exactly. So it'll be an interesting go for sure.
You need to learn some Premier League terms so you can talk to them.
Yeah. Nothing is into touch.
Hello, governor. Get on the pitch.
Oh man, I was on a TikTok live the other day, yesterday, and I was a multi-guest on another room, and somebody there was from like East London, and they were like, "Oh, I got to get some more tea," and I was like, "You want to know what I do with your tea? I throw it into harbors. That's what I do."
Wow.
and he was like, "Wow, you must be an American." I was like, "Yep, I sure am. We don't drink tea here unless it gives you diabetes on the first sip."
Say Southern sweet tea is about it.
Yep. And he was like, "No, like you gotta have your tea." And I was like, tea is just hot brown water. Okay. Like we don't drink that here. None of that. And he was
I do agree with Ted Lasso on this. Tea is kind of gross.
Yeah.
Unless I'm sick, then I'll have some green tea. That's about it.
That's different though, right? But like I used to think tea was just hot brown water. And you know what? I was right. No, thank you. That's disgusting. So the car's still hissing?
Well, one of the rocks in the gravel apparently became a knife and is sticking out of the front tire.
Oh,
called it. I said it. I said it was going to be.
And it appears to be. I didn't take it. I didn't pull it out. I'm wondering. Like it seems like I might have to replace a tire or two. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure what they're going to make us do.
Is it in the middle of the tire or is it on the sidewall?
The middle.
They should be able to patch it.
You can patch it.
They can patch, even if it's huge.
How big is huge? Like greater
the
than
hole.
An inch?
It could be about an inch. That's not an inch.
That is 100% an inch. My thumb is exactly an inch.
I think it's like this.
We're all just doing this now. This is the thumbnail for.
Dude, it's huge.
For the week.
It's huge. That's a huge hole. That is a massive hole.
It's not a good. Yeah. So, what do you guys think? You think I need to? Do I call AAA for that to see? Because they could potentially patch it.
I probably would if you have the coverage. Why not?
Yeah, if you got AAA, why not?
I do. Yeah.
Worst thing
so my wife got home. She drove into the driveway, and it was just like I could see it. I could feel it first. Like I could feel the air coming out, and then when she pulled forward, I was like, oh. Then I could see the rock, and I'm like, stop right there, so that the rock like wasn't underneath it. Not good.
Yeah, if you can hear it and feel it, that's happening fast. So
yeah. It wasn't. So it wasn't. It didn't seem like it was deflating. Like it didn't seem like that was happening. But
it definitely
hear
losing air.
This is definitely losing air.
Yeah. Yeah. I would call AAA, especially if you've got it. Like they can come out there, assess it, patch it if they need to.
Yep.
Or tell you
Or tow it.
the horrible news that you got to buy new tires.
Oh, that won't be good. I'll have to sell some more things. Sell some blood. Plasma.
Does it say like your kidney or something?
Sell my kidney. Yep.
All
That
right.
sucks. Yeah, my
Just-
wife pulled into the driveway and just got it into there. So in other news, 20th Century Studios has a whole bunch of announced things as well. We are super excited for the new Simpsons movie. My son, over the past couple of years, has like really started to love the Simpsons, and he just that was what we would put on in the background all the time when we were just kind of just hanging out and chilling.
So our question on that, is it golden era Simpsons or just any era?
Oh, we started from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah. But he loves because I think the new seasons of the Simpsons are still good because of the plot lines that the ongoing things that they built on, and the like insider baseball jokes that they make about like Bart continuing to be 10
Yeah.
and never getting older, and Maggie never growing up, and like never starting to talk and all of that stuff. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. I don't know what they nailed it the first time. I think that worked really well, and they did a little bit of extra money on the animation and stuff like that, which I thought was cool. But there's also a small indie film called Ice Age Boiling Point. What is this? Ice Age 6 right now? Like what Ice Age are we on?
I don't know. There's a whole Ice Age saga right now.
Yeah,
There's
so that
the
was
Ice
and
Age cinematic
Tyler's-
universe.
Tyler's sigh was kind of my opinion of what's happening here too. It's like,
But like I get it's not for me. This whole thing, it started I think it started after we were of the age where it would have mattered to us. So it just feels kind of
I watched
lost on
Ice
me.
Age. I watched Ice Age 1 as a kid.
Well, you're a little younger than we are, so that
That's
would
fair.
kind of make sense. Yeah, I don't know. And then,
That's fine.
my daughter was never really into those movies. So, compared to something like the Bluey movie, which she was never like huge into Bluey, but like more so than Ice Age. So I have a feeling I might be going to see that Bluey movie August of next year.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah, and also back to the Pixar thing, we're getting another Coco movie, so like there's that. So
In 3 years.
right,
Oh, is Pixar?
which I don't know how we're gonna
Is
get
Coco Pixar?
Yeah,
Coco's Pixar, yeah.
Oh, well, somebody's
I don't
note might have put it in the wrong place.
Blame Claude.
I blame
I
Claude.
blame Claude.
But yeah, like I don't know how they can't call it Coco. Like they can't call it Coco.
Well, they're going to call it Coco.
I mean,
they
they already
can't,
are. It's
because-
Coco 2.
Because
Coco 2, the recocoing.
but like Coco's not around anymore. If
Wow.
Coco is still alive in that movie, we have a problem.
But I think
No,
it's
we know
just
she's not. We've seen.
it's just
That's
it's
what
just
all they
the
had
brand,
was-
it's just the brand recognition. That's what it is.
That's all it is. Yep, I think that's exactly right. But I mean, she could be in the movie. She's just a ghost now.
Yeah, they're gonna go back to the land of the dead or whatever they.
And they
call
did
it.
say that Ernesto de la Cruz will return, which is kind of cool. So,
Ooh, I like that.
How?
That's for them to figure out. They have 3 years to make that work.
Because they took it. Isn't the whole point of that to be like because you get remembered, you live forever? But like now they're like all against him because they found out the truth.
Look, you're asking too many
Remember
questions.
forgetting
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
just,
but they still know him though. They still know him. I
sure.
mean, we don't know.
Sure.
We don't know what the. I mean, it looks like the ghost dog is back. In the concept art they have, and it's an older
Miguel is
version of Miguel.
Yeah, Miguel's a teenager.
Yep, still got his guitar in his back. I mean, I'm in. I
Yeah.
think I could
Yeah,
go
I'll
for
watch
it.
it.
As long as they can guarantee me that I won't be crying my eyes out at the end. I'm all for it. It'd be totally
no
fine.
guarantees. No
Oh
guarantees.
man, That's not. I don't know about that. But the
No,
biggest
we didn't.
movie coming out, the biggest out of all of them that they announced, Romeo and Michelle 2.
That did get a pretty large reaction from a certain segment of the population.
People love their Romeo and Michelle for whatever the hell reason. This was 1997. So, to put it in perspective of what we were talking about earlier with budgets, this movie, they didn't actually even label the budget. This came out on my birthday in 1997, April 25th, 1997. It made $30 million domestically, and I don't know. I think Box Office Mojo might not be the place to go for this information anymore, because internationally it made $130 according to this, but worldwide it made
They probably made 100.
29,242,000. So domestically it made 29,235, and total it made 29,242.
No.
So worldwide it made $7 million according to this. I don't know what happened.
Honestly, it's probably accurate. I'll be honest, because I had never heard of this movie ever before.
Oh no, this movie was huge for.
Here's what
like,
happened.
it's a very 90s movie.
I've never heard of it before, and then they were like, "We're making a sequel." I was like, "What movie is this?" And like,
yeah. So here's the tagline.
What are
Caleb.
you?
This is a very Caleb movie. Two dim-witted, inseparable friends hit the road for their 10-year high school reunion and concoct an elaborate lie about their lives in order to impress their classmates. It's a very Caleb movie.
And on the way, they get some hot
who does it
dogs.
star?
And
Who does it
Do they get some
star?
hot dogs?
Is Mira Sorvino and Lisa Kudrow.
yeah.
do they get
And this
some-
was
do
in
they
the
get
middle
hot
of
dogs?
Lisa Kudrow being on Friends.
On Friends.
So-
Like that makes sense.
Mhm.
That it would be big because of the Friends community and that those people.
Yeah.
Which I
And
never
that's
got
the
into
exact
Friends either.
audience that I feel like loves this. They must have some data that this is like huge on streaming or has gotten like a resurgence, because I don't see a reason to greenlight a sequel unless there's some data to back it up. But
I
hey,
don't know. We'll see how it
I'm
goes.
glad all the
I'll wait
actors
till-
are still
Plus.
going to be cashing some checks.
Yeah, I'll wait till it hits Disney Plus to maybe watch it.
Maybe you should. You probably need to watch the first one before you watch the second one, though. You're
Is that
gonna
on
miss a
Disney
lot of
Plus?
inside jokes about Romeo and Michelle and their
Is it on Disney Plus?
stuff.
If it's on Disney Plus, I'll watch it tonight.
I believe it is, because it's a 20th Century Fox property.
Show.
Well.
Let's see. Box Office Mojo is failing me miserably today.
Yeah, we're gonna have homework with Caleb, and we're gonna watch this show that I very much feel like I'm gonna be majorly disappointed.
Now, if we're going to do a watch along with Caleb, it's going to be Back to the Future, because
Oh, that's fair. I've never seen that either.
that feels like it should be higher priority.
Does to me.
Never
Definitely
never
does
seen
to me. I love those movies. I mean, I love the first
Would it-
one. And
Would it be weird if I also said
like
I've never
those
seen
characters.
Terminator?
Any of them?
None of them.
Oh man.
never seen
Okay.
any of them.
Yeah, that could be another one.
I've
T2
seen
especially
clips,
is a
if that makes-
classic. But
I've seen clips.
all right, should we get into this this Odyssey that we've been
Yes.
teasing for quite a while?
Yeah, we need to.
I mean, if we want to make
Odyssey.
this a concise podcast that doesn't last as long as the Odyssey the movie does, then yes, I think we probably should.
And you're the Matt Damon in this scenario.
I'm Matt Damon.
Oh,
I'm always trying to get
we're gonna-
home.
that is. going
And
to
I
be-
am Tom Holland, and Caleb is Robert Pattinson.
I don't want to be that guy.
Remember, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't
Okay.
know who the
Okay.
characters
I'll be
are.
Agamemnon. I'll be
I'm-
Agamemnon. Let's be
I-
him.
That means I'm your son, Charlie,
Okay, that's fine.
anxiously awaiting your return.
I mean, I
Can I just be
appear
the
to have
bow?
made it
I
back.
want to be the bow.
I made it back. There was a lot of different things that occurred in relation just to the travel from like minute one. So we drove down to Boston, to fly out of Boston because it doesn't make sense to fly out of Portland when you already have like multiple connecting flights, because you're going to a part of Europe that doesn't have like direct flights from Boston. Mm-hmm. So we drove down to my sister-in-law's house and we hired an Uber XL. And it was a large enough vehicle that fit all of our luggage and all 5 of us. So my son, myself, my wife, and her parents went. And so we get into this. We seem to have plenty of time when we left the house. So I start noticing that the Uber driver is going under the speed limit. So, okay, we're fine so far. But then we get on to 93, going toward Logan, and he continues to go under the speed limit when he's not even going with the speed of traffic. He's just going at his own pace under the speed limit. He also doesn't have the air conditioning on.
Like 50 in a 65 or something?
Like maybe 10 under, yeah.
10 under, okay.
55 and a 65.
Geez. That's dangerous.
It wasn't good.
Very dangerous.
As far as that goes. He was very safe, almost too safe. And he did not have air conditioning on in the car. It was, when we went to leave, it was 88 degrees in Boston. No air conditioning in the car, so we're riding with the windows open, and the very back of the car doesn't have windows that can open. So my wife's sitting in the back. We're just like, we're all frying. And I ask him, I'm like, could you please go the speed limit? And he looks at me and he goes, yes. And then just continues to go the same speed that he's going. And then I asked for...
I mean, you asked, like, could he? Yes, I guess he could, and then chose to ignore you.
So then I asked him, I'm like, could you turn on the air conditioning? He says yes again, and doesn't turn on the air conditioning. So it's at that point that
Was there a language barrier here?
I realized that there was a language barrier that I did not know was happening. Okay. So we get to the airport, we get through security. It's no problem. We make it to the airline. It's delayed by a couple minutes anyway. So we made it onto our first flight. No problem there. So our first destination was Prague. And Prague was a lovely, lovely city. There were a lot of people that did speak English in most of the places that you would go. For Tyler, I found the amount of knockoff soccer jerseys in Prague was astronomical. And so, like, you know how your sleeves, if you touch those are textured and 3D, yes, right? Like they're sewed on. These jerseys were all, it was like painted.
It's like
on.
the printing
you
on.
Got it. They were screen printed.
It's like the patch, kind of.
Yeah, kind of like the patch, but even worse than that. Like it was really, really, it's kind of terrible. So I was like,
but they're probably like 20 euros each or something
like that, something along those lines. So I was like, oh sweet, it's a Holland Norway jersey. I wanted one of those, and I go in to like see, and I get close enough, and I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't have the Nike logo on it. Wait a minute, it's all one print, like it's a screen printed thing. Like I was like, oh man, that sucks. So that was a bummer, but there were Starbucks everywhere. There in the center of Prague is everybody in Europe kind of gets up a little bit later. They start the day later. They don't eat breakfast until like 10, maybe 11 most of the time. So my wife and my father-in-law were out kind of exploring early in the morning, and they got to like the center of Prague, and there's what almost looks like Hogwarts in the way that it's there. It's just a giant castle that you can see from everywhere, unlike some other castles that we know about. And super gorgeous and
uncalled for.
Oh, I mean, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen no less than 3 times during my retelling of these stories today. But we'll see. We'll see if I can make that not happen.
I'm gonna opt out.
I'm here.
So
I love it.
We spend a lot of time in Prague, just kind of walking around. My son discovered. So we stayed at an Airbnb and it was very clearly the first Airbnb that these people had done, because they were very hands on. Like they met us there, they gave us a tour of the Airbnb, which was super nice. They gave us the inside scoop on local places that we should go and places we should avoid and that kind of stuff. Like they would have given recommendations for everything. It was almost like having a personal travel advisor, honestly, in the way that in the way that he was just suggesting stuff. It was remarkable. Almost seemed like too much work for the amount of money that we were paying him for his Airbnb. But either way, it was super nice. The Airbnb, the elevators at all of these different locations are generally one person and one piece of luggage can go up. So each time we started and left, and they're very narrow. Like if you tried to fit in there, like
Really?
2 people could fit, but like
these are like retrofit into older buildings, right?
So like,
got
like
it.
a one Caleb ride, like
Oh yeah, yep, yeah, I
like,
would say so.
I'm like
maybe Caleb and his luggage, but Caleb, you're broad shouldered, so you would have had to
Right.
turn sideways to get into it.
well,
To
the
kind of fit in
helicopter's
there.
landing.
So, but we're on the top floor of this building, and we've got this like balcony that overlooks the whole city. I'm going to be posting in the coming days probably some Emo Charlie photos, because my wife did end up making an Emo Charlie crochet, and I just took pictures of him in a lot of different places. What I should have done is what my coworker is doing. He's got Emo Charlie. Emo Charlie's in Ireland right now. And he's been hiding Emo Charlie in the pictures. And it's almost like Where's Waldo, trying to figure out where he is in the different pictures. So he'll do like panoramas.
Emo Charlie come back?
When does Emo Charlie come back, you said? Emo Charlie will be back in 2 weeks. He just left on Wednesday.
Okay.
So, yep, he'll be back in like 2 weeks because he's going to be in Ireland, then he's going to Portugal for a day, and then he's going to Romania for like a week. So he's kind of bouncing around a little bit.
World traveler, Emo Charlie.
Emo Charlie's making the world travel. So it's kind of fun. Kind of cool pictures. And I'm gonna hopefully I have some where you could actually see Emo Charlie instead of like trying to find him, because like what's the fun in posting a panorama on Instagram when you can't see where it actually is.
I want Emo Charlie for my Disney trip.
When is this?
September 11th.
Might be cutting it close.
We'll see what we can do. Shipping is stupid, as Tyler and I both found out when we tried to ship shirts to each other from across the country.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that yours cost like $20-something, and mine was right around that to ship it to you.
I think mine was like 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
I put mine. I because I had the 2. I had to put it in a box.
Okay.
Anyway, so to wrap up the Prague was lovely. Bethany and I got to experience a haunted tour. So we met up with a personal tour guide at like 7 p.m. At the main center of the area, and she walked us from location to location around Prague and just kind of told us some spooky stories about different things that happened in Prague, and some of them were true and some of them were not necessarily true, but the way she told them, it was engaging and super fun. Highly recommend doing those, which you can book through Viator, I believe, which is one of our approved vendors, which is really cool.
I do like Viator.
So then we visited. We packed up all our stuff. We start to get our Ubers to the airport, and we somehow had gotten lucky taking the Uber from the airport to our location because he had a large vehicle. Trying to get back to the airport, we had to send multiple Ubers away because they could not fit any of us. Whether or not they could even fit people, they couldn't fit the luggage. So we were like, well, you have to go. So we had to keep canceling. It ended up being like 4 different Ubers to try to make it work. And we had to do 2 because there was just no way. They did not have vehicles that were large enough that would fit 5 people with their luggage. So then we go to the airport, get there in plenty of time. Even with that, it was fine. We get there in plenty of time, and we are off to Thessaloniki for a couple of days, which is another a small city in Greece. And that was, that was a lovely location too. Our Airbnb was kind of more in the middle of, it seemed like it was in between multiple apartment buildings, and not as nice of an area, I wouldn't say, as where we were in Prague. A little more dilapidated, but very walkable to get to the like the fish market, and they had like a farmer's market and those types of things. And
because you had like a full apartment, right? So you could do like cooking if you wanted to.
Yeah, and I think that was the one place where we did do cooking, and where I discovered that not all steak is the same. So they had what they described as ribeye. And so I bought some ribeye. I don't know how much I bought because those numbers don't translate the way that they're supposed to. And it was like, it ended up being not the Caleb 1-inch thing, but maybe half of that thick of ribeye. So I'm cooking that. I tried to cook it the way that I do at home, trying to translate the temperatures from the oven to do the reverse sear, and then sear it on the stove using their olive oil and everything.
Well, if it's that thin, you probably don't need to do the oven, right?
Just didn't need to do
sear.
Much. No. Yeah, it was a mistake. So like, and I probably didn't translate the temperatures correctly, but so we did cook there.
In Celsius?
It was fine. Yeah, it was supposed to translate.
Well, and the weight's probably what in grams.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah.
What?
So it was good.
Ounces.
But Thessaloniki was
not in Europe.
The place where Sawyer got into a fight with a man in a wheelchair. So we're at a Starbucks. We're at a Starbucks in Thessaloniki. Basically, the Starbucks overlooks the water. And one thing that you definitely experience when you're over in Greece is some of the people who are asking for money will just walk up to you when you're at a table, and they will just they'll say something in Greek, and then they'll either hand you something or they'll do something along those lines. So this man in the wheelchair was doing that. He wasn't giving us anything, but he just would walk up and say something, and we would just say no. So he walks away. Not walks away. He wheels himself away. He's wheeling up the hill, right?
Stop laughing, Caleb.
He gets to, well, just wait. He gets to there's another little cafe or something that's up there, and he's talking to people up there. Not sure what happened. It seemed like there might have been an altercation of some sort. And he drops all his things, so he has to grab all of his things, and then he starts going back down to his little location that's on the corner. At that point, I don't know what it is that he decided to do, but he kind of let himself go faster than you would think he should have. So he is barreling down the hill, and Sawyer is just standing there facing the water, not paying attention. And this man is apparently angry at this point, and my mother-in-law grabs Sawyer. It's like grabbing him away from where the guy was going. He just goes flying past, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, what just happened? How did this occur? And then my son, he gets really upset about it because obviously he almost got hit by a wheelchair that was going 10 miles an hour on the sidewalk. It was not
downhill.
Great. It was not great at all. The man, I'm not sure what was happening, but it was a thing that Sawyer will talk about for a long time to come, for sure. And he was like, I was about to punch that guy, and I'm like, no, Sawyer, you weren't about to punch the guy with no home who is on the side of the road trying to get money from people. You were not about to do that. He was upset for whatever reason. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know what he was saying. So, but the highlight of the trip for Sawyer was the Thessaloniki Fountain, which they have an art thing called the Umbrellas that's right next to the water, because Thessaloniki is a coastal city, and so we go up to this like water fountain, and they've got lots of different like spouts that are coming out, and my wife and Sawyer just get in there and they just get soaked because they're just playing in the water fountain. Not sure if that was actually legal or not, but it definitely, nobody came and said anything about it. So got a lot of cool pictures of Sawyer just playing in this fountain, and it was kind of his favorite thing. It was almost like his personal water park at that point. So a couple days later, we jump on another plane. We head over to Athens. Our Airbnb had some overlooking the Acropolis, so we could see it from our window and from the balcony, which was crazy. But that's essentially how Athens is that there are all of these like random apartment buildings and everything just in the middle of the most historical things that you could possibly find. Super cool. But while we were in Athens, there were rolling power outages that happened, and it was 92 degrees. So the air conditioning kicked off, and we're just sitting there. We're like, okay, are we going to have to go to a hotel? Like, what are we going to do? Because you can't, like, it was 110 degrees in the Airbnb because there was no like air circulation or anything. So thankfully that only lasted a few hours, but it ended up being really cool. That like they actually were able to get the power back on. So we spent a lot of time walking around. It's where I got Tyler his soccer jersey, which should arrive today, from what's the FC
Olympiacos.
I'm like, what the hell? Why did I can't remember? Because this is what happens when I'm telling stories and can't remember names.
Not that I'm a big Olympiacos fan, but that jersey.
It's a cool
is
jersey.
Sick.
Yeah, it's a cool jersey.
And their crest is just awesome with the guy with the
Olympiacos.
Olympiacos FC.
Yep. Very cool. And they were the Greek champion this past year.
Pretty much every year.
Yep. Yeah, they had multiple different. So they had a lot of different open air markets and those types of things. This was also where Sawyer had a run-in with somebody who was, I'm not sure what this man was doing or what he thought he was doing, but Sawyer was playing Pokemon Go, which is what we did a lot of while we were over there.
As you do.
Got a lot of regionals. Caleb, once we become lucky friends, I can send you some of the regionals that I was able to get while we were over there. Which means you have to start playing again and like sending gifts and all. Do the things that you're supposed to do in there.
Yeah, do the things that you're supposed to do.
Yeah. So we're sitting there in the center of Athens, just kind of going through and just playing Pokemon Go. Just kind of chilling. And this man walks up next to Sawyer and sits next to him. Sawyer's wearing his Crocs, which have Squidward on them. And Squidward's nose is an actual like flickable nose. And this man takes it upon himself to flick Squidward's nose. And then he starts talking to Sawyer about how, as a man, you have to be better than your father. Like you need to go to school, you need to get an education, and you need to be better than your father, who's sitting right next to him at the time. And
Wow.
And Sawyer does a really good job of ignoring. And the man goes, I know you can understand English, but you just keep playing your game. And just like says this to him. And Sawyer and I like got up and like we walked away. And Sawyer was like, what the hell was that? And I'm like, I have no idea, Sawyer, but like that was that, don't listen to him. You don't have to be better than me. So it was again, these are the things that we just run into while we're just sitting there.
You think you're better than me?
You think you're better than me?
Wow.
Yeah, so it was one of those scenarios. We didn't end up doing a lot of like historical stuff while we were there. We saw some really pretty You know, like they have such crazy street art over there. Some might call it graffiti, but I would call it street art because it's so like the artistic talent that they have to make these like three-dimensional, you know, colored street art is just remarkable. Um, So the majority of our trip ended up on this next piece where we went to the island of Lesvos. We flew over to Lesvos after being in Athens for a few days, and you know, it was great. We rented a car. We did have to take more than just the car, though. We had to rent one car and then send my in-laws in the Uber over to the location, and we didn't know where our Airbnb was because it was like a newly renovated area. So we end up on this. All of the roads are very narrow on Plumari and in Lesvos because it's an island. It's a populated island and just a small location. So my wife is driving the rental car down these basically 2 car widths wide roads, and we get to Plumari. Plumari is like a coastal town, and we drive up this road to where we think the Airbnb is, and the road ends up being closed.
Oh no!
There's nowhere to turn around, so we had to back down a narrow roadway while looking into what I would describe as the abyss, because on one side it just goes off into nothing, exactly down. Okay. So my wife
That sounds like a
and
horror
the side
movie.
went straight up.
It was not a great start. Yeah, it was. Well, the other side was just like houses and stuff. Not a great start. My wife did a great job of backing down this roadway. Thankfully, we had a backup camera, and it was a more modern car. And it wasn't a standard, which is what she had to drive last year when she was there. So,
Nice.
Yeah, it was great. So she ended up doing a great job. We got this apartment, giant ceilings, like probably 40 or 50 feet up. It's super nice. It was essentially like they renovated an old home that had just kind of fallen apart. So they just put a lot of money into it, and it was really, really cool. We visited a location called Malavos, and while Sawyer and I were off doing Pokemon Go, while everyone else was doing shopping and whatever they were doing, we are walking down the main path, and Sawyer comes face to face with 30 octopus tentacles that were just kind of drying next to one of the restaurants. And
all right,
so
that may or may not have freaked him out a little.
So calamari, anyone?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, please. I'm here.
Exactly.
I'm here for it.
Very fresh.
Very fresh. Very, very fresh. And so we're walking through that area, and the way that the people in Greece greet you is they say "Yassas." And I heard this man say "Yassas" to me, and my knee-jerk reaction was to say "Gracias." So I'm walking down the street in Greece with my son, and we're just like chilling and playing Pokemon Go. And I say to a Greek man, he says hello in Greek. I say thank you in Spanish.
Thank you in
and
Spanish.
We just keep walking. And I definitely made fun of myself. To Sawyer, I was like, Sawyer, do you know what I just said to that man? He goes, no. I said thank you in Spanish. And we both laughed about
it. He says hello, and you go, no mas pantalones.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So we spent a lot of that last week. We were approximately 5 minutes away from like kind of the town square in Plumari. And there was like a private little beach that is owned by this gentleman who, depending on the day, you could catch him. He could be grumpy, he could be happy. As long as you're paying for the umbrellas that you do, then he's excited about it. So you spend €5, you rent an umbrella, and you could just stay there for the day in the water. It was lovely. I got to read a lot of books, and the saltwater content is so much higher that you could actually just float, which was really cool. So we bought really cheap beach toys as well, and just kind of like those tubes, and we would just like sit there and float, which was really really awesome. And one day the wind was so heavy that those umbrellas, or one of them, came out of the sand and actually went flying across the beach and like clubbed this gentleman in the head. He was fine, but I was sitting there. I'm like, oh my god! So I get up, I run over, and I'm fighting against the wind because it's pulling, because it's using the umbrella to like, it's actually like, it's almost like you're wind sailing. Like it was pulling on the umbrella. So I'm pulling the umbrella away while this gentleman is just sitting there kind of not understanding and not speaking to me in a language that I understand. So I moved the umbrella away, and it was really great. So the last thing that I'll mention from this trip was there was an inflatable water park that we went to that was kind of anchored down, which was awesome.
The whole park is inflatable?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. And it's in the ocean too.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Oh, it's okay. It's floating.
Yeah. So they have this whole thing. You spend 30 euros and you could go there for the day, essentially. I don't know that you would need to spend 30 euros. It's 10 euros for the hour or 30 euros for the day. And we spent a lot of time and just kind of, hung out on the inflatable water park. Yeah. So on our way back, we go through Heathrow as one of our connecting flights, and we get off the plane and we go to the bathroom, and I'm carrying a bag that has my passport and my flight documents in it and my CPAP. And I go to the bathroom and I hang it on the hook in the bathroom. And then I don't think anything of it. Get out of there. We go. You have to take a tram to get to another location. And once we take the tram to the other location is when I realized that my bag is not with me because I was carrying someone else's bag. So I'm freaking out at that point because in the last month I had lost a whole bunch of things that I didn't mean to lose. Like I had lost a wallet, new sunglasses, the documents, the early entry, global entry document that I was supposed to have. Lost that somehow. I'm sure it's in my house somewhere, maybe. But I lost that before I actually needed to use it the one time that I did. So I'm just sitting in the airport freaking out. We were flying British Airways, and we happened to be, and this was at a point where I needed a passport to be able to get to the next location. So I was stuck at that point. Like I could not go anywhere. I didn't have my passport. I didn't have tickets. Didn't have anywhere to do anything. So we find a concierge from British Airways who we talked to, told him the story. He's like, which bathroom? And I was like, what do you mean, which bathroom? I don't know. The one that's right off the flight that we just came off of. I have no idea. But I was able to describe exactly where it was. I was like, I hung it on the hook. It was this bathroom. So this guy goes, because you can't backtrack in the airport. You can't take the tram back to the other area because that's not where those flights go out of. They only come in from there.
Oh.
So I'm just sitting there going, oh God, this is awful. I'm losing my mind at that point. So I'm like, well, what am I going to do? Like, I can't even leave this section of the airport to go anywhere. So the guy goes, he finds it, no problem, comes back, hands it to me, and that's great. And we go and we have Five Guys burgers and fries for dinner as we're waiting for
at Heathrow.
At Heathrow,
they have Five Guys at Heathrow. That's kind of great.
Five Guys at Heathrow, and
was it any different? Oh, it was the exact same. Okay,
yeah, it's just what you would expect. My son found it because he knew that we were, because my in-laws in Sawyer went through because they could get through because they had their stuff. Bethany and I just kind of sat there because I didn't, and waited for the guy to come back. And then we went through, and then we found that that store where I got Tyler his second soccer jersey. which is Arsenal's third kit for this year, brand new one, and ended up getting to the last part of our trip. We're walking up to the gate to I don't know what kind of Wild West it is when you get over to Europe for their in terms of like boarding groups, but nobody listens to the boarding group numbers. Nobody cares. Everybody just boards at the same time. It's like it's literally the Wild West.
Sounds
They
right.
do not care, and they will not move out of your way. You are a party of 5. I got this old man just like right in front of me. I'm like right behind my son, and he just like right in front of me with his wife, and I'm like, excuse me, and he didn't understand what I was saying, and I was like, okay, fine, we're gonna get on the same plane. It's no big deal.
There's
We get to the
assigned
gate.
seats. It doesn't really matter, right?
Shouldn't.
Yeah.
We get to the gate, and
Oh, no.
what are they announcing? That that they're announcing Bethany Cianciolo to the front desk, please. And I'm like, okay. Well, she's in the bathroom right now, so she comes back out. I was like, they just announced your name, and so she goes up, and they're like, yeah, you've been selected to be randomly searched. So they pulled her out of all of these people out of the line to be randomly searched, and they searched everything on her. They wanded her. They did all of the things, and yeah. So turns
Isn't it
out
like
it wasn't
TSA?
random. Their
It wasn't
version
random.
of TSA was not random. Apparently the U.S. side of things had requested that England, because we were coming from there directly to Boston, they requested she be searched. Yep, not random. The guy downstairs was like, "Yeah, this wasn't random. They definitely wanted you specifically searched." So we're like, "Okay, cool, yep." And I mean, we've gone to some protests and some gatherings and stuff like that. Somehow, her name must have ended up on a list of some sort. I don't know. JD Vance specifically put her name on a list. I don't know exactly what happened, but anyway, that's what ended up happening, and that's
I
how we
can't
ended
read
the
enough
trip.
to put her name on a list, but
Sure. But it was not awesome as far as that goes. We all ended up on the plane, and the British Airways planes. You know how on normal planes you have leg room in front of you? Well, I had a metal bar in the middle of my leg room, so I was either going to put my legs to the left of it or put my legs to the right of it, and there was nowhere for me to put anything. This was the most like packed flight of all of the flights that we had. Was our flight back with a long one, the 7.5 hour one. So I'm just sitting there with my legs to the left, legs to the right, like just not great as far as that goes. But British Airways
Why was there a
was lovely.
bar?
I don't know. It was that row. So it was the second row. It wasn't the row that has extra leg room. It wasn't the exit row, but the row behind it somehow had a metal bar in between, like instead of being aligned with the row and then aligned with the seat, it was like aligned with the middle of the seat for some reason. And that was just the way that was designed.
So what you're saying is you would not recommend British Airways if I'm going to fly to London?
I wouldn't. I mean, I have other stories in relation to British. Like they lost the luggage for my in-laws last year when they flew them. And this year they didn't, thankfully. Yeah, they lost their luggage. Did they reimburse them for the luggage? Why, no, they did not. Still,
of course.
So,
because I was briefly looking into if I wanted to take a trip to the UK. There's 2 airlines that fly to London nonstop from Vegas, and it's Virgin or British.
Yep.
So it sounds like it's going to be Virgin.
I think Virgin is the better experience. My brother's flown Virgin quite a few times, but yeah, I mean that kind of wraps up the trip. I mean we had a lovely time. I got a lot of rest once I acclimated. I think just now, and I've been back for well over almost 2 weeks at this point. 2 weeks on Tuesday will be when I've been back for that long. And I'm just acclimating to the time change coming back. because it was a 7-hour difference. And then we hit England, and that was all messed up. Like everything got all thrown off. So we got in at 3 a.m, and then we had a concert this past weekend, last weekend as well, which again got in at like 2 a.m. for. So, but it was a lovely time. Highly recommend going to Greece. There are other locations that are more touristy based, but I think the charmingness of Plimari. We were there during a festival, which I didn't mention, an Ouzo festival, which was at night. They gave out free Ouzo to everyone, which is essentially black licorice liquor. So if you like black liquor, yeah, it's not Jägermeister. It's obviously it's what they make over there. But they were giving it out, like they were handing out shots of Ouzo for people to drink, and
Nice.
It was super cool.
Right.
There was also, it's like you're just in this location, you're more immersed in the culture than you would be if you went to some of the more touristy populated areas. So like highly recommend. Plimari is a lovely city. There's at least 25 Airbnbs because the woman who does our Airbnb has 25 properties in that city. So they're trying to build it up. It's super quaint. And I would highly recommend for sure. 18 days is a long time to be away though.
Yeah. So I have just one question. Of course, this is where my brain goes, but what's the best thing you ate?
The food. I didn't mention the food at all. Oh my goodness. So
those half-inch ribeyes.
It wasn't that. No, it definitely wasn't that.
You sent a couple breakfast photos. Some of the breakfasts look really good.
Yep.
And then I think there was like some fish dish you sent that looked amazing as well.
Yeah,
maybe it wasn't fish.
Tried a salmon.
Okay.
We did try salmon. There was a lot of chicken souvlaki that I got a lot of the times, which is chicken on a skewer with some veggies. Very, very good. It's interesting how different chicken souvlaki is from place to place, though, because it basically is like, well, Tyler, what's the seasoning you like to put on your chicken? And Caleb, what's the seasoning you like to put on your chicken? 2 totally different chicken dishes that are called souvlaki. They don't.
Well, it's like how many variations of fried chicken are there? Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I would say the chicken souvlaki that I got at so we ended up at an adults only, which is 14 and older place because Sawyer wanted dumplings. They happened to have dumplings at this place and sushi. So I got chicken souvlaki there, and that was really good. Actually, nope, I'm misspeaking. I got a beef thing there. It was like a beef burger that was that I thought would be stuffed with cheese, but it actually had cheese on top and some sort of gravy. That was really good. Chicken souvlaki everywhere was really good, but there was one restaurant that had really, really awesome, like it was like marinated in some sort of lemon something or other, that was chicken souvlaki. And then I got English breakfast almost everywhere, which is essentially eggs, their version of bacon, and either toast or an English muffin. But there were a lot of options for spanakopita that you could get anywhere.
Some baklava.
We did not have baklava. I don't really know why we didn't. It must not. Here's the problem: is that we were getting some of the appetizers. There was like fried cheese and stuff like that, and cheese plates and stuff like that. By the time we got to dessert, everybody was too full.
Yeah.
So that ended up,
dude.
Yeah, I know. In Greece too. Like I don't know what. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, why didn't we get baklava?
So, total side note: a friend of mine, like they're of Greek descent, and they make homemade baklava.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff is literally to die for.
Yeah, I believe it.
There's a
take the whole cookie sheet.
Family-owned Greek place that we go to all the time, and it's very like mom and pop, and yeah, they have a killer baklava.
I take the baklava by the pan. Like this is mine. I don't know what
good
else you made for
baklava is
everybody else.
really, really good. Bad baklava is not. Is not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like baklava when it has like pistachios on top and everything.
Oh,
But,
so good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call them after this and be like, "Yo, I need some baklava.
You need some baklava, absolutely."
Can you bring it to the races tonight?
So one thing that came out of this, as far as tips go, is make sure that you bring your own personal luggage scale, like the little luggage bag thing that you can clip to your luggage and then kind of lift up, because the difference in weight limits across the different airlines was crazy. We had to shift things multiple times across different bags, and different, like your carry-on could be whatever you wanted it to be, but in terms of your, like, the checked bag, you know, the 50-pound limit that we have coming from the United States over there is not what you have when you go on these smaller planes.
Yeah.
So we ended up having to shift things all over the place. Definitely worth knowing that information ahead of time. And your travel advisor could help you quite a bit with that. I was not the travel advisor on this trip. My wife was, and she did a killer job making sure that we had the right bag limits in the right places.
Nice.
But
did you at least book it so you could get some commission back?
I couldn't.
Couldn't?
No, there was not a single thing that was commissionable, because the flights were not in a package. Airbnb is where we stayed all the time.
I say maybe some of the properties you could have found through like Expedia or
something.
Beds Online.
Unfortunately, no, they were all Airbnb specific. And I was like, you know what? Fine. I booked the flights. That's the other thing I would never do again. We used Expedia Tap. Expedia Tap is fine. They're great. They're just like Expedia. However, all of the confirmations and everything went through me, and they don't go to the client at all. Yeah. So it feels like
you have to forward everything.
It feels like they should be able to link those things together if the client has an Expedia account, and that those things should show up under their trips in Expedia.
I think there's a field where you can enter a second email, but it might depend on what you're booking.
Yeah,
right.
There were flights.
So like I just booked like my car rental for Florida.
You're renting a car?
Yeah.
He's staying off property.
You're staying off property?
Yeah. Oh man, we just had this conversation. There's no room available.
Yeah, he's staying at his buddy's house because I guess nothing was available that wasn't deluxe. So
yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. But it's also the UK holiday week. So like all the people, it's like that's a thing.
Okay.
But yeah, so like I booked through Expedia Tap for my car rental and my flights because it works. It's great.
Sure.
It works till you have to make a change, and then you have to go through Expedia support. You cannot go through the airline,
right?
And that it leaves something to be desired. I'll just leave it at that.
That's why I don't do anything. I don't do flights outside of my own. Yeah. Like if
that makes sense.
Like if I'm working with you, like I'll help you find the flight, but you book it, you take care of that.
Yeah.
I'm not.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I had to go to both of my emails, my work and my personal. So you just gotta type it in there. It's a weird hidden field. You had to click a special button.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it. But that was my trip. It was a fun time. It was a fun time. We got back, and it was a shock to the system to not to like have to grocery shop for yourself and like get food, like get all of that stuff. Like, how do I get snacks for the week? I 100% under planned our groceries for the week, and like they ran out of food on like Thursday, and we don't have any toilet paper. Like we're still trying to figure out how to be adults again. that aren't just like going out and eating, down at the Imbeeries, which is the restaurant that we would go to for breakfast most of the time.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, much like that there's a shocking ending because that is another episode of the Grim Grinning Dads. Please like, subscribe, follow us on all the places that you can find our podcast. We are literally everywhere, including iHeartRadio. But yeah, we would love for you to tag along and join us. There's always room for one more. Please, down in the description, there is a link if you would like us to help you plan your next vacation to maybe Prague and Greece. We would happily help you do that. So yeah. See, look at that. He's even got the hat. But yeah, otherwise, until next time, join us the next time the dads come out to socialize.
Gracias.
Backwards.